How do you get fresh water to millions of people in one of the world's biggest cities without a single modern pipe? This wasn't a hypothetical puzzle. This was the reality for Edo, Japan in the 1600s. A city already bigger than London and exploding in population. Their solution wasn't just clever, it was a revolution in sustainable living. A system of pristine water and ingenious waste removal made them one of the cleanest and healthiest cities on the planet. But how they dealt with their waste was the true secret to their success. In this two-part series, we'll uncover the secrets of Edo. First, how they engineered a water system that defies the odds. Then, we'll reveal the astonishing and profitable way they dealt with their waste to avoid contaminating the water in the city. We'll also explore how you can be part of a modern solution to a global water crisis with TeamWater. Our story begins with a problem. The new capital of the Tokugawa shogunate, Edo, was built on an estuary. An estuary is where a river meets the sea, which meant the well water was brackish, a salty, undrinkable mix. The name Edo actually translates to mean estuary or bay entrance, because the original settlement was located at the meeting of the Sumida River and Tokyo Bay. The first attempt to solve this was the Kanda Waterway in 1590. A simple open channel bringing water from a spring into the city, but Edo's thirst was unquenchable. The city was growing so fast that a more radical solution was needed. In 1652, the shogun hatched quite the plan to divert the waters of the Tama River and bring it to Edo, a task that was monumental. It required a 43-kilometer aqueduct, carved through treacherous hills and dense forests. The real genius, however, was in the gradient. The entire system was gravity-fed, with a precise, gentle slope that was an engineering marvel for its time. But who could possibly lead such a project? The shogun chose two peasant brothers, Shomon and Seimon, for the task. They were farmers who dared to dream big. Using their intimate knowledge of the land from their own farms, they designed the entire project, and even sold their own homes to fund the venture and ensure its success. Construction began around 1653. The brothers, leading a massive workforce, hand-dug the 43 kilometers of aqueduct in just 18 months. It was quite the feat without modern technology. The brothers had thought of everything, from taking advantage of a large curve in the river to give the water the push it needed to get into the sloped channels, to designing a wooden gate that would break away during a flash flood on the Tama River, protecting Edo from being inundated with water. As a reward for their incredible achievement, these two farmers were given the honorable surname Tamagawa, a rare honor to cement their legacy. But the innovation didn't stop there. Within the city, a complex network of underground wooden pipes, skillfully crafted by ship carpenters to prevent leaks, delivered water to every corner of the city. High-ranking samurai could tap directly into the main lines, but for everyone else, there were public wells, constantly supplied with fresh, flowing water 24 hours a day. To put that in perspective, in the 18th century, Londoners could only get water for a few hours a day, 3 times a week. Meanwhile, Edo's citizens enjoyed a constant supply of clean water, which led to a surprisingly low mortality rate compared to the European cities. The water was so abundant that public baths were established. These public baths, or sento, became vibrant social hubs where people from all classes could relax and socialize. This system was so successful that it served the city for over 300 years. But here's the secret. Bringing in a massive amount of fresh water was only half the battle. For what do you do with all the waste a city of 1 million people produces? And how do you stop it from contaminating the water you've worked so hard to bring in? In Edo, waste wasn't a problem. It was a valuable commodity, a source of income so significant that landlords could make more from their tenants' contributions than from actual rent. What was the secret to this economy? And how did it keep Edo from drowning in its own filth? That's a story for our next video. We'll uncover the world of night soil collectors, a surprisingly respectable trade, and go over the lengths the city went to in order to keep its waterways pristine. The legacy of Edo's water system proves that with vision and ingenuity, we can solve seemingly impossible challenges. If their story has inspired you, then I have the perfect way for you to be a part of that legacy today. I've joined with TeamWater, a community of creators raising funds to help end the global water crisis. 1 in 10 people on Earth don't have access to clean drinking water, and TeamWater's goal for the month of August is to work together to raise $40 million to provide long-term solutions for clean water to 2 million people for decades to come. The challenge of bringing clean water to millions can feel as massive as diverting a river, but just like in Edo, it starts with a single, dedicated effort. We might not be building a 43-kilometer aqueduct, but by contributing through the link in my description, you can help bring life-changing gifts of water to a community in need. All donations go directly to the charity WaterAid, one of the most trusted water organizations in the world, to build infrastructure like piped water systems, solar-powered groundwater pumps, and rainwater harvesting for long-term solutions. Let's continue the legacy of ingenuity and compassion. Thank you for watching, and thank you for considering being part of the solution to the water crisis. If you liked this video, please consider liking and subscribing. To check out some of our other videos, click right here. Until next time!